Hey, what's up guys? It's Tele checking in from the Freeheel Life shop again today for another week of the Lowdown. First of all, I just want to say thank you for such an awesome week last week for those of you that took advantage of the Freeheel Friday sale. Hope you're stoked on all the new gear that's coming your way. If you ordered a package or techs are mounting it up, probably as you're watching this, stuff's getting out the door as we're playing catch up a bit. Starting to feel like winter around here. The resorts have opened up. Starting to get the mind thinking about skiing and, you know, getting out there on the mountain. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite things I get to do here at Freeheel Life, and that is the kids rental program. So I myself was a youth Telemark skier. This is one of the pair of boots that we've got in our rental fleet here at Freeheel Life. So we do these season rental programs in the hopes that, one, if you as a parent have kids that are interested in Tele, we want to make that happen. We get it, gear's expensive, especially when they're, you know, might be growing out of 2 boot sizes a season or something crazy like that. You know, some of them just grow like weeds. So we do a season rental program to help offset the cost of buying gear every year. So for $200, we'll get you skis, boots, bindings obviously attached to the skis, package deal for the kids to get on Tele skis for the winter, and then next year come see us, we'll get them into the next size up. So as far as the boots go, we kind of have a mix of, you know, 75 millimeter stuff for the kids. This is particular the Garmont G-Rex kids Tele boot, still made today by Scott. This is just an older one we had laying around. This is also very similar to the old Garmont Tele Dactyl, which was actually my first pair of Tele boots. So, you know, I started Tele skiing when I was 8 years old. Dad and grandfather were Telemark skiers, and, you know, I wanted to be like the 2 of the coolest guys I know. And so as soon as we were able to find basically a pair of boots just like this, you know, I was on Tele gear. And, you know, I don't know if when I was real young, I was about 8 when I started Tele skiing. I don't know, you know, how many Tele turns I was necessarily doing right away, but, you know, I got comfortable with being on Freeheel gear. So, you know, having that opportunity for the kids where they can just cruise around and they can try some Tele turns and they can do an alpine turn and they can just walk around the mountains. Like, I think it definitely helps build a sense of balance for them on the skis. It's a new way to mix it up. You know, if they want to do some skiing like mom and dad, or, you know, someone else they might look up to, or if the kids just think it looks fun and they see a good Telemark skier riding underneath the lift. Like, the moment the kid says, I want to try that, I think that's a time where I want to start looking at, like, how can we help get your kids into the sport. As far as boots go, size 19 Mondo is the smallest boot they make. So depends on the kid, but we've had kids as young as like 6 years old that could fit in this boot pretty decent. That's definitely a real young kid, but the kid was stoked on Tele, so we got him hooked up. I think most of the kids' first years on Teles are somewhere between 8, 9, 10. You know, they've developed a good ski base, and now we're interested in trying the Tele stuff. As far as other boots go, we do have, especially for some of the older, more stronger kids, something like the Scarpa T2x. So this is still a softer flexing boot, but 3 buckles as they start to kind of develop some of that muscle memory and develop some of that strength. So we've got some options there where, you know, something like this for a real young, light kid is a good option. As they get older and get a little stronger, we can start adding up a little more power into the boots. And then as far as skis and bindings go, typically it's going to be set up on some sort of soft flexing cable binding. You know, kids don't have a ton of strength right away and a ton of weight to really flex a more active Telemark binding. So, you know, we've got a handful of Targas on stuff. We've got a handful of Rodafella Cobra R4s, you know, so definitely just something in good condition to get them out there. I typically like some sort of binding that doesn't have a 3-pin, just for the ease of use of being able to get kids in and out of stuff a little easier. Like on the lightest kids with some of this, like, you know, that 6-year-old that I was talking about, we did just do a straight 3-pin because we didn't think they could even flex any sort of cable. And that totally worked for them. It was just required a little bit extra attention from, you know, mom and dad or whoever they were skiing with that day to help get them into the gear. So typically, you know, something like this, and then skis, you know, sizing them probably just a touch shorter than their alpine skis, just at least for the first season, where a little easier to turn and figure out being on these Freeheel skis. So, you know, for me, it's been very cool in the last couple years to have seen, you know, some of these kids do a couple season rental programs with us, and I see the photos and videos from their parents on Facebook and Instagram, and it just like absolutely stokes me out to see these kids getting into Tele. Like, you know, I was lucky enough to have started young, and I know how much fun and, you know, fun experiences and just passion for the mountains and the sport that Telemark has brought me. And, you know, like, I have mad respect for anyone that just wants to hop into it, you know, later in life or just to learn a new skill and wants to challenge themselves. But I certainly feel very lucky that I kind of missed that learning curve and just started as a little kid, because really I don't know any different. I haven't had a day on alpine skis since I was 7 years old on, you know, a season rental program that we did back then. And then as soon as I started telling, that's all I've done. That's all I wanted to do. That feels the most natural to me. And it definitely is a lot easier to learn stuff when you're young. So if you got kids out there that are looking, you know, that have been asking you, hey, can I try Tele? Like, can I try that funny type of skiing? Like, that looks fun. You know, obviously here in Salt Lake City, we have a fleet that's easy to access that you guys can either take for the season or, you know, even just a couple of days if you know, if they just want to try it and you're not sure if you're ready to commit to the full season. If you do not live in Salt Lake City, UPS exists. So if we can get you sized up as far as know what size alpine boots they're wearing, or measure up their feet just in terms of a centimeter measurement, and then get some skis set up, we can always accommodate a season rental program outside of Salt Lake City via the magical world of an interconnected globe with UPS. So if that's something that's interesting to you, I know it is to me, give us a call, shoot us a message. We're always here. Freeheel Life, at Freeheel Life on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Telemark Skier by Freeheel Life on YouTube. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you next time.